Hello everyone, welcome to week 4 core. We're going to be going over the backdrop for this section of the video. So to start off, we're going to click on our stage and we're going to click on the backdrops. So you have two options when creating this. You can either create 3 main backdrops that you want to use, and you can tell exactly which backdrops you want to show up in each level. The second option, and the one that's a little bit more fun, is you're going to create a backdrop for every level. Since we've been doing a lot of things to custom make different stuff within the level itself to kind of feel like it's its own world. So in order to continue doing that, you'll custom make different backdrops for it. So if you guys need to, you can always click on your platform sprite to kind of go over the different environments that you have, kind of think of a backdrop that will work best for it. Remembering to try to either use a little bit of different colors for it, just so that the level can stand out. Or if you do want to use similar colors, at least pick stuff that will help it stand out, just so that it doesn't get lost in the backdrop itself. So now that I remember that my first level is a little bit of a water themed, I have an idea of what I want to do for that backdrop stage. So I'm going to click on my backdrop, and the first thing that we're going to do, like any, is we're going to create a rectangle. We don't need an outline for this, so we can go ahead and click on the outline color, and then click on the red slash to make it invisible, and we're just going to focus on our fill. Now, one of the great thing about fills is we have a couple gradient options that we can pick. So I'm actually going to pick this one to kind of help it feel like a little sunset. And I'm going to pick my colors. So since I'm a little bit of a water theme, maybe a blue and a yellow would look really nice. Maybe make it a little bit lighter for this one. And for my blue, make it a little bit lighter as well. And I can flip through it, pick the best one, and then I can go ahead and make a big box over everything. Okay, so this is what I mean, making sure that you don't pick colors too close to your level, because then it might be a little bit hard in order to see. So now that I made the backdrop, maybe I want to edit it by clicking on my select tool, and then maybe swapping it out, just so that I have the yellow in the bottom to help pop my level out a little bit more. So what you can always do is pick opposite colors of the colors that you created for your level, or if you use more darker colors, you can use lighter colors in the back. Those are kind of the rules for creating something to help stand it out. So for example, if I'm using blue, it's good to use purple or yellow to help my blue stand out more. Or if I still want it to still use blue, I can still use that color, but if I see that I have a lot of lighter blues like I have in my level, then I will use a darker color in the background so that this level here can pop out more. Some of my other levels can be kind of darker. I've noticed that a couple of students have used darker levels. Then what you can do is you can use a lighter background just so that this can stand out more. So now that I have this color, I'm actually going to stop here, and I'm going to duplicate this once, just so that I have something as a copy, and then I'm going to go back to my first backdrop, and then I'm going to edit it some more. So at this point, it's kind of up to me what I want to add for it. So maybe as an example, for my game, I might want to add some bubbles. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. So just going to add little circles kind of around. You guys can also add a sun or a moon, kind of up to you guys. One of my favorite ways of adding it is using a circle tool. using just one base color and then creating the shape for it. So this is my main sun, and then here I created it, and I'm positioning it, and as I'm moving any pieces I want here, I'm looking at the screen over here just so I know exactly where it's going to be in game. And then what I would do is I would use my select tool, click on the sun or moon that I created, click on copy and paste, and then this one is going to be an even bigger circle that I'm going to put on top of the original circle that I have. And then I'm just going to go into the fill. I'm going to click on the gradient that's kind of a circle, make one of the colors invisible, and then just make sure that my second color is the color of my original sun. And then if you see here, it kind of creates a little cast, kind of like sun rays kind of showing up a little bit. You guys can move that second circle around wherever you guys want. So now that I have this kind of set up for my first level and I'm kind of happy with it, I'm done, then I can move on to the second one. And I already have the base backdrop already done, so I can just quickly right click and duplicate this for my next one, go back into my second one, and then I'm just going to go to my platform, see what I have for my second one. So this is my second one, or this, or I will look for whatever other ones I'm going to be making, and then I'll go back to the stage and then start editing it by clicking on my select tool, clicking on my square, and then going through the colors, doing different effects, changing different things, drawing different stuff too, so you don't have to necessarily just use the shape tools and the reshape tool to make different stuff. You can also use the brush tool to also draw different designs. So it's kind of up to you guys what you want to do. So like I said before, if 3 is the amount that you want to do and customize, that's perfectly fine. But even cooler would be having a backdrop for each one of your levels. So for example, I have 6 of them, so I would create 6 backdrop. And then after this, we'll go over the code.